Hi guys, and welcome to my video. I need to say that I'm recording the voiceover a second time. The first one just crashes on my application and it didn't work, so I'm quite annoyed about it. That's why I will be recording this a second time, and for the future videos I probably will try to use a more professional setup than my iPhone currently. So back to the video. As you may see, we will be building underground underwater house for you, and for those that have a tiny living park, you will be able to have those perks that come from the small houses. Okay, so back into the shape of the house. I actually forgot how to use and build the underground houses because I practically never use basement in the game. So for me it was a little harder to figure out the layout, especially I didn't know how to work it if it's in underground, and it took me some time, so you will be seeing that I changed it a little in the process. Honestly, I figured out the layout on the paper first and I sketched it, so it's quite nice because we will not use any, we will use rectangle shapes, but I wanted to do something with angles. As you know, probably in the Sims 4 we will have only the 45 degrees angles. So I started with this, I don't know, ridge shape. I wanted to make sure that the bathroom will be a little spacious and there will be a kitchen with a living room and also a bedroom. And as you can probably see on the screen, I was trying to do this random shape of a lake around it, and I couldn't do it when the roofs were on top, so I disabled them so I could see the shape of the house underneath it and make sure that the water will go around it. After that, I put the roofs just back in and start to create more shape around it, and I will be probably playing with this lake a little more to make sure that this form will work for me. Next, I added windows and places them correctly. Those windows are from the base game and I moved them a little around, but most of them will stay put. Also, as a first room, I was trying to figure out the entrance room, and it's underground, but it's actually open for the staircase, so your sim can go easily out or into the house. And also, I wanted to make sure that this place will be having some greenery inside, and I wanted to place a little garden, so you will see me putting tree and a lot of plants around it. I didn't know how to add this a triangle shape for the floor, but I managed it with the half wall, so I was able to make sure that the wood paneling and the grass will be separate. I also added the fence, so it will be separated from the wood panelings. In the entrance room is not much actually, because I added a light at the back of the video and you will see it probably soon. And after that, I thought to actually add some chairs and maybe something to accommodate the Sims, but honestly, since we'll not stay there a lot, they will be probably using to pass it to the house and vice versa, so I didn't add any random stuff in it. I thought that it would be better to stay simple as it is. Moving to the bathroom, I was trying to accommodate this shape and I thought that it's a little bathroom, but as it turned out it's not that little as I thought, and I deleted one window, moved one, and this created this nook for the shower. I also added this great sink from the base game, and I wanted to plan to add this toilet as well from the base game that matches the sinks, but on the end I didn't do it. I used this from the tiny living. I really don't know why, but after that I thought that maybe this room needs some, I don't know, maybe color in it, and I wanted to use this bluish pinkish vibe from the last build I used, because actually it was something that I wanted to play with it more. I never used this combination before, like I said, and I wanted to play with it more, and in this house I tried to use it as well, and maybe something more on the pastel, not vibrant side. Going to the kitchen, I used those counters that I don't know from which pack it is, but I love them the most from the counters. I use them a lot. And the appliances were including the stove and fridge. I wanted to make sure that this, like, I don't know, warm grayish color will be the perfect one to match it, and I want to make sure that all the appliances in the kitchen will be at the same tone. Using the simple shelf from the base game, I tried to make sure that we will have these two-rowed shelves on the window. I like the vibe of it, but in the end I needed to delete one of the rows because I wanted to add some curtains, and with them it looked kind of crowded, so I took them off and make sure that the one shelf that is actually staying is quite cluttered and it looked nice. So today's video is a little later than I thought. I was supposed to actually publish it yesterday, but I didn't record the voiceover that quick. But compared to the first video I played on the YouTube, it actually quite improvement, because the first one take me a month to actually complete, and this one is just 8 days. So I'm happy about it, and with that we probably can commit it to one video per week, and I will try to stay with the Wednesday time. So sorry for the lateness, but I guess we can skip this one, and for the future we probably be getting this one video per week on Wednesday, because this was the first goal I have it for my YouTube channel. In the bathroom and kitchen I used the same towels with different shades, and in the living room I took this Jungle Adventure wooden paneling, and I think those two looks great together and you can never go wrong with those two. So for the living room vibe, I wanted to make sure we will have something, I don't know, more bluish. I wanted some color statement in it, so you will see that I will put a dark deep blue carpet and also a shelf underneath the TV set. But moving on to that, I wanted to make sure that there's a lot of place to sit, and also we will have some shelves to make sure that your Sims can actually learn something. So you will be able to use all the books that are available in the bookshelves. So as a side note, I actually ordered a pizza today, and they forgot the sauce for my order, and I was a little surprised, because when they came back with the sauce they got me a free for it. So I was happy, and I love the customer service, so probably we'll ordering much more pizza in the future, and maybe we'll have some free gifts for it too. I'm used to eating in like once a week. I know it's not the healthiest choice, but I was accommodated to this because in my old job we have like pizza Fridays. I know that probably a lot of companies are doing it these days, but I think that this can be actually listen up to one a month pizza day or something like that. Well, to be a little healthier on the side. So moving on to the video, as you can see that I placed a little random clutter around the house, and in this video I didn't actually notice this, but I can see it now. I didn't focus on one place at the time. I just jump a little places and come back to them later to add more stuff to it, and probably will be happening this a lot in the future videos, because this way I make sure that all the appliances or the electronics or the clutter is actually on the point and where I like it the most. And you will probably see me in a moment that I will put this Bob Pancake, I don't know, poster, I guess, or painting. I think it's poster. So in the video you will be seeing me that I moved this poster to the bedroom, but it's still there, so you will have this gracious face on your wall. Moving to the actually bedroom, I make sure that there will be a space for office and also space for the bedroom. I want to make sure that this bedroom will be comfy and it's in the like angle shape. And I wanted to use it for our advantages. So I placed this big bed obviously, but I want to make sure that it will be for the angle from the angle room. You know what I mean. I mean, like it will not be placed around the actually wall, but it will be facing a little this window on the side. So in a moment you will see me that I will be placing one wall to make sure that this bed bed head will be actually close to the wall, and make sure that their sizes will be actually accessible. I didn't know which wallpaper I wanted to use, and you will see me changing it a little. I want to make sure that we will have something fun and colorful, and at the end I lose the pattern for this plain pinkish vibe. After that I added a little stools around the corners of the bed, so you will have something, well, it will be for the pictures. I make sure that in this bed you will have also like wardrobes available, so there are actually two of them. I also added a lot of stuff, shelves, a lot of some paintings. I wanted to actually add the curtain at the top of the bed, but it didn't work eventually. I make sure that we will have a little room to, maybe you can actually add something to it as well. I added a little plants around it and make sure it will be spacious, but you can also add some easels for, maybe your sim will be a painter, you can do it too. I found a little small things that are in the debug catalog. Example, this catalog on the wall, I think is from or Strangerville or Get to Work, and those actually two, they give me a vibe from something like that. So fun fact, this is the first build that I use this red shelf thing. I never used it before, but it's something that I watch a lot of other YouTubers, simmers actually use it, and it looked like something I would use in my builds as well. And actually it's quite easy to use, you can see it yourself if you want. I put the link in the description box for you. I make sure to add stuff around the living room also that will be used for sims like going out. So we have this shelf for your boots, also a big great mirror, and I actually added this umbrella stand, so you will be able to use it if you have seasons pack. So we are at the finish of the house. We will go to the exterior right now. I wanted to make sure that there's bottom line of this lake, or whatever you wanted to call it, is something that will look great from the windows from inside the house. So you will see me putting a lot of random stuff from the debug accessories. I think it's mostly from the island living, because they have a lot of good ones in it. So it will be a little colorful, a little plants. There are not actually underwater plants, but in The Sims 4 we don't have a lot of those. So I actually made up as I go, and you will see me using these big rocks that I actually like blocking the full screen in a moment. I try to cut it out the most of them, but you will see some of them. Right now I will be placing a lot of those underneath the lake, or at the bottom of the lake actually. I will place some flowers, some vibrant ones, so you will be able to see a lot of colors outside the windows. I will play a lot of rocks, volcanic rocks, or a little grass, I think it is. There will be some stuff that are going to the bottom of the lake, but the most of them is actually random placing, and that's something that worked for me and I feel like it. I hope this place will be something that you want to download for your sim and play around. I actually like this one build, and I will try to play around myself, but usually I don't do it. I just build them and leave them for you to see. So the last part is just outside the house. We will create a lot of terrain outside with plants and with everything around it. We will have also this grill area just on the roof of this house. To be honest, for the underground houses it's a little more complicated. You need to add a lot more plants or terrain paint or terrain tools or anything like that, because you have the full lot to actually fill with the stuff. And I make sure that we will not have a lot of places that will not be untouched by me. So you can see me placing a lot of rocks, a lot of plants, a lot of trees. There will be this great green area, as I told you before, and in it you will have also disabled benches and also some lighting, and your sim will be able to go there just on the right side of that staircase. So moving to the end of this video, I hope you really like it, that this one is something that you want to play with it around. So leave me a comment below if you like it, if you don't like it too, obviously. If you have anything like request what you want to see next, I'm open for all the options. And at the end you will see some screenshots, so I probably will leave it to you right now. Subscribe if you like it, give a thumbs up if you really like it, and I hope I will see you next video on Wednesday next week. Bye bye! PS, I hope you liked this voiceover. It was something new. I did it a little differently from the first video, and I hope it wasn't that terrible. In the future videos, it's supposed to be easier and easier for me to talk in English, and I hope it will be better and better with the time. Once again, thank you and bye bye.